And it's AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM. Good morning to you. Glad you're with us here today. And last half hour, we were talking with Kevin Laser from CareerLink. He mentioned some events that are coming up this weekend at the VFW. And we heard earlier this week about some of the flood damage that they've had there and some of the financial plans or financial difficulties that the VFW is running into as a result of them. Maria Kaminski is with us this morning. She is the general manager. I didn't want to phrase it that way until I was absolutely certain, but let's pull that microphone a little closer to you there. There you go. There you go. And let's talk a little bit about it. I understand that, you can see that flood damage right away when you drive onto the grounds.
Yes.
At the VFW. It's pretty extensive.
Yeah, it washed out the bank and part of the road, and our pump house was damaged. It was underwater, so the pump house is what we use to water the greens. Yeah,
and certainly that damage is going to have to be given attention, and that's going to be costly. But the VFW is a wonderful place. You've got some tremendous plans there, and a brand new deck to celebrate too.
Yes, we're having a ribbon cutting on Saturday at 2:00.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, we're having a dedication of the pro shop to Jim Wilson. He's been volunteering there for 50 years. He's a veteran. He's my boss, who I answer to. He's one of the board members, and he's one of the most wonderful people to work for. He doesn't want to have this. He doesn't like recognition, but this has been a long time coming. So it's the pro shop will start with continental breakfast in the morning, and then we're going to have a putting contest, and then we're going to have the dedication to Jim, and we're accepting donations in his name to be used on the golf course and for the flood damage.
Yeah. Now, open to members only? Or?
It's open to the public, and we're also going to be open to the public the first and last Friday of the month from 5 to 9 on the deck.
Mm-hmm. Typically, that's not the case, but you've got this beautiful new deck, and let's face it, you have some ground to cover in order to make up for some of these flood losses, and that can help to not only expand what you're able to do in terms of repairs, but it can also help expand the membership.
Correct, and it's one of the most beautiful views in all of Indiana, and also we've been told we have the coldest beer in all of Indiana.
Is that right? I had no idea. It seems like that would be a pretty good calling card to have for around a golf course, and certainly on the 19th hole. Tell me about the deck.
Well, the deck has been, we've been trying to do this for quite a few years, and I was holding bingo, which has helped paid for that, for the deck, and it seats about 45 people, and it's like I said, a beautiful view. We were sitting out there the other night, and there was like 3 buck running across with 18 or 8 to 10 pointers. So it's there's a lot of wildlife that come out like at dawn and at dusk. Yeah. So it's really very calming and peaceful, and people just love it out there.
There's and there are events that are scheduled at the VFW. Is it available for folks to rent or?
It is available. We do have a banquet room and that we rent out. We also rent out the deck for people who want to have an event on the deck. But we're going to have a 9 and dine on Thursdays, which 9 holes and a meal for $25 for non-members.
Yeah.
But a non-member can come in, and as long as they're signed in. We also asked if you make a reservation 24 hours in advance, then you can we could serve alcohol. That's PLCB rules.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that we always need to remember is that the VFW exists to serve veterans of foreign wars, and that remains the heart of what you do.
Yes, I was hired to run the country club portion, but my heart has always been with the veterans because that's where my family are all veterans.
Yeah. Now, you've got specials in place till the end of the year. That should help with the reparations as well.
Yes. We're going to be doing half-price memberships for golf. We have carts till the end of the year. We're going to be doing, like I said, the 9 and dine. We also have a senior scramble on Thursdays, and it's only $10 for members and $21 for non-members. And all they have to be is 55 and retired to play in that.
Oh, okay, yeah. And you've got twilight golf, too, at certain days.
Yes. We have twilight golf Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. After 3 o'clock, it's unlimited golf and cart.
Yeah, so wonderful. Tomorrow is the dedication of the deck.
Yes.
And
the ribbon,
opening,
grand opening, and ribbon cutting.
Okay.
Grand opening, ribbon cutting at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the dedication is at 1.
Mm-hmm. And then for the non-members who want to come and use the deck, is the Thursday and Friday, is that what you said?
It's the first and third Friday of the month.
First and third Friday.
Or first and last, I'm sorry, first and last.
I think I'm confusing you, and it's my fault. I'm not being clear. I'm just throwing stuff out there and forcing you to correct me. That's probably not the best way to conduct an interview.
Well, I'm a bit nervous too. So
at the VFW, of course, all of these wonderful facilities, the golf course itself. I think that's one of the real hidden treasures of Indiana County is the golf course.
Yes, it's a beautiful golf course and it's in beautiful shape. We've heard that time and time again. We have a wonderful maintenance crew who works wonders on keeping the equipment running, which is very old, and keeping the golf course in pristine shape. So they're like the elves in a shoemaker. You don't see them, but they're always out there working on something.
That's a great way to put it. That applies to every golf course, and when it gets right down to it, you never see them doing the work, but the work always gets done.
Correct.
Yeah, that's tremendous. The VFW, of course, located on Indian Springs Road. We wish you all the best in handling all of this unexpected trouble that you've had because of the floodwaters and everything like that. And I know that there are members of the VFW as well who they are suffering their own flood damage.
Yes.
And having to deal with their problems at home, and yet they turn around and they do double duty and come over and they help at the country club.
And Jim is a prime example of that. He had his basement flooded the day that the golf course was flooding, so we went over to help him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Guys like that, it's easy to go help, though, isn't it?
Oh, sure is.
Yeah, the motivation is always there. Well, there you go. We want to wish you the best. You've got this event coming tomorrow. You've got specials that are in place. If people want to learn more, do you recommend Facebook, website, telephone call? What's the best way to learn more about what the VFW has to offer?
We do have a Facebook page that is kept updated. It's ISGCC. And we also are on Twitter, VFW GCC. You can also stop in and sign up for our email. We're always sending out an email blast. I send out at least once a week, letting the specials know the specials. So, there's a lot of different ways. You can also call us at 724-465-2121.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to point out, and we've heard this from members of other organizations such as yours, Legion and others, that membership in the VFW and other the military fraternal organizations is rapidly getting older, and we need the young folks who are vets as well to come out and to become members and to support, because support is a two-way street. It comes right back to them in the ways that the VFW supports the veterans who join.
Oh, it sure does. And, we do need post members, but we also offer our social members for those non-military.
Yeah.
But the post membership is dwindling, and I try to, as soon as somebody comes in, the first question I ask them, are you a veteran? So,
Indiana VFW Post 1989 doing wonderful work, needing some help right now, and boys and girls, you can help. Maria, thank you so much for coming in to visit with us today.
And thank you for inviting me.
We appreciate it. It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. It's AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM. 7 minutes away from 10 o'clock. Our time check brought to you by Citizens Ambulance Service. Time to become a member of Citizens today. It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, and it's AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM. Glad you're with us here today. And again, join the VFW Facebook page if you want to learn more about their flood recovery efforts and about how you can be a part of them. Okay? All right. It's Friday morning. The forecast says mostly sunny today. We're still waiting for the first appearance of Old Sol, but we're hoping he gets here. High near 86 degrees.